Israel. Learn English podcast with שפות-שלי, the world's best language school. Let's go.
ברוכים הבאים לפודקאסט של שפות-שלי, בית ספר לאנגלית ושפות נוספות. אני אריאל, I'm your host for today. אני כאן עם ג'וש. Hello, how are you, man?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
You're looking good. You're looking way too cheerful for a regular, what is it, Tuesday today, Wednesday?
It's a Wednesday today.
It's a Wednesday. All right, but you guys will be listening to this, and then תשמעו את הפרק הזה ביום ראשון on a Sunday.
Yeah.
We release all our episodes live. If you guys have feedback, אתם רוצים לתת לנו קצת משוב על הפרק של שבוע שעבר, אם יש לכם קצת hate mail, מה זה hate mail?
It's when you send messages that you don't like, of things that, saying things that you are mean.
All right, yes, and nasty things about the episode. Please just make sure you address them to Josh.
Okay, of course.
Make this joke every episode. All right, so, ברוכים הבאים. אנחנו כאן בשפות שלי מלמדים 9 שפות מעבר לאנגלית. הפודקאסט הזה הוא ללימוד אנגלית. אנחנו היום נמשיך, מה שהתחלנו שבוע שעבר. זה מילים של policies, שזה מילים באנגלית שיש להם יותר ממשמעות אחת. And they have more than one meaning. Words, they have more than one meaning. Sometimes they have multiple meanings or just 2 meanings. אבל אנחנו נעבור איתם היום יחד עם ג'וש. The way it's going to work today is, כמו שבוע שעבר אנחנו נגיד את המשפט, נגיד את המילה באנגלית, אנחנו נגיד את המשמעות שלה בעברית, אתם מנסים לחשוב על המשמעות, 2 המשמעויות שיכולות להיות, ואז אני הולך להגיד משפט בעברית, וג'וש יתרגם לנו אותו לאנגלית. You guys, תנסו לתרגם יחד איתו, כי זה בסופו של דבר תרגיל של אנגלית מדוברת. אתם צריכים לדעת, you should know, לקחת כל מחשבה שיש לכם בעברית, ולדעת לשלוף אותה באנגלית, כי החשיבה שלכם, your thinking is in Hebrew. You guys don't wait. How do you wake up, Josh? What's your first thing that goes through your mind?
I translate to Hebrew. No, I'm just kidding. I wake up and the first thing that I think about is, well, I thank God that I'm alive, and coffee.
All right. אז כשאתם קמים בבוקר, Josh קם בבוקר, he says, thank God that I'm alive.
Yeah.
And he thinks about coffee.
Yeah.
אתם בטח קמים בבוקר ותגידו, ברוך השם שאני חי, ובא לי כוס קפה, קפה שחור.
כן.
So you guys are, או אספרסו, so you guys, אתם חושבים בעברית, אתם לא קמים כמו Josh, אומרים, thanks God, אתם אומרים ברוך השם. So the difference is that you guys think in Hebrew, and so חשוב מאוד לדעת לשלוף. That's part of what we do here, right? We have a lot of speaking drills, Josh.
A lot of practice. The whole purpose is to get the student to start thinking or understanding how a native English speaker thinks. איך דובר שפתם אנגלית באמת חושב.
All right, מעולה. אז אם תרצו לשמוע קצת על הקורסים שלנו כאן, הפודקאסט מאוד עוזר להבנה של השפה, אבל אם תרצו לשפר דיבור בפועל, אנחנו מלמדים עם הצוות המדהים שלנו כאן, כמו ג'וש, קורסים פרטיים 1-על-1, אונליין או פרונטלי. לפרטים נוספים, צרו איתנו קשר ב-053-550-1976, או בשפות-שלי.co.il. All right, so let's get underway for today, Josh. בוא נתחיל את הפרק של היום. המילה הראשונה שלנו להיום זה engage. בוא תסביר לנו קצת engage, שתי המשמעות של engage.
To be engaged, to get engaged, means what?
להתארס.
Yeah, so it's before getting married. This is not the same thing.
Right, okay.
So to engage, הפועל means בעצם to attract someone's attention, or to invoke, to see someone's attention, right? It's also a word that we use when we're going into a sort of interaction. Some people would say combat, but you can also say, I know in physical training, you want to engage certain muscles, maybe להפעיל, to like activate, right? So to engage is like to use or to approach.
Okay. אז בוא נגיד בעברית, בוא נתרגם קצת מה אתה אמרת לשני משמעויות. אחד זה להעסיק מישהו, זאת אומרת, to engage him to, בעצם, I wouldn't say להעסיק, but to לגרום לו להתעניין, לגרום לו, לתת לו שזה יהיה, לעורר עניין של מישהו, ודבר שלי זה להיכנס לקרב, okay? To engage him in a battle, to be ready להילחם איתו, that is the 2 meanings of engage in Hebrew. בוא ניתן שני דוגמאות של משפטים, and Josh, you will translate it for us. נלך שנייה בעברית, תנסו לתרגם יחד איתנו. הילדים עוסקים בפעילות משחק.
It sounds very like עברית ברמה גבוהה. As I would say, the children are engaging in play.
In play.
In play. Well, you could say playful activities, but no, that's like a very, very academic word. You could say they're engaging in play.
All right. והחיילים התעסקו בקרב.
The soldiers engaged in battle.
The soldiers
They're in combat.
In battle, in combat.
They engaged an enemy, which means it's like they opened fire. They started to shoot.
All right. בוא נלך למילה הבאה. אוקיי, מילה הבאה של היום זה
Fine.
fine. So what is a fine? Give us the two meanings of fine.
So the word fine, this is both a poel and an etzem. It's a verb and a noun. So a fine is an amount of money that you have to pay when you make a mistake. If you do something illegal or there's an issue, you have to pay extra money. So the bill, the cheshbon that you have to pay is the fine. And it could also be a poel, which is to fine someone, which means to give the person a ticket or a fine, right?
Okay.
So to fine someone is to actually not find, which is limtso, but to fine,
Okay.
right? So those are the two definitions.
All right. The one is, but there's also a third one.
Oh.
Which is something is fine. We would say something is high quality.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think about that. Yeah, so that's as an adjective. It's a fine. People who are very wealthy or have very good taste in certain culinary culture, they drink fine wines, as they would say. Yeah.
Okay, great. So just לחדד את המשמעות השנייה, we have also in fine can mean that something is of משהו עדין, very high quality.
Yeah.
Okay, something is very we're talking about soft or tender.
If you're talking about like textiles or a type of fabric, right?
Okay.
And it's very fine, I suppose it means that it's very, very skinny.
Okay, ואפשר להגיד גם אולי על יין, fine wine, high quality wine.
Yeah.
And there's another meaning for fine. Can you think of it? That we haven't talked about it. It's not one of these examples that we have prepared for today. Saying off cuff.
Pretty.
She's fine. It's slang.
He or she.
Or he or she, she's fine. But there's another one. This one has got multiple things. If I ask you, Josh, אם אני אומר לך, תנסו ביחד איתי לחשוב מאוד משמעות. אמרנו פה כמה. A fine, too fine, דיברנו פה על high quality, דיברנו פה על משהו עדין, but there's one more. The skinny. There's another one which is, if I ask you in English, how are you?
I'm fine.
All right. So what does that mean?
Okay.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good.
So fine can also be maybe good.
But again, it's all about context. If someone says fine, like the word tov in Hebrew, tov, it can also mean all right, we're done, right? Tov. So fine can be good or bad depending on how you say it.
All right. So we are going to give two examples of these sentences. Example one is going to be, אנחנו נגיד שתי משמעויות האלה נשתמש בהם. אחד זה להגיד כנס, אוקיי? Example משפט של כנס, ו-example של המילה עדין. Josh, I'm going to ask you to do the first one, which is כנס. I'm going to give an example in Hebrew, then I'm going to give an example for the for עדין, okay? So this is the Hebrew example. הוא היה צריך לשלם קנס על החנייה לא חוקית.
He needed to, or he had to pay a fine for parking illegally.
He had to pay a fine for parking illegally. Okay. זה קנס. Let's talk about עדין, like fine.
Give me the example.
Textile. אי אפשר שמלת משי עדינה לאירוע. I don't know in Hebrew if we could really say that שמלת משי is עדין or not. Difficult, but in English we definitely can say that a silk dress is fine. Give me the full translation for this.
No. So can you say it one more time in Hebrew?
אי אפשר שמלת משי עדינה לאירוע.
Meshi. Maza meshi. Okay, I think I know. She wore a fine silk dress to the party.
To the party, or we could say to the event.
To the event, Irua, yeah.
All right, event. Nice. So you pick up a bit of Hebrew here as well, John.
Yeah.
Not bad. All right, next one. like fire.
Ooh.
Fire ze esh. All right. Let's talk about the few meanings of fire, okay? Because in English, באנגלית, fire זה לא רק אש, יש לזה כמה משמעויות שאנחנו נעבור עליהם. We'll talk about the classic ones. Then I'm going to ask you to think creatively. How else can we use fire? Okay, אני רוצה our listeners today will get the full picture של כל מילה, זאת אומרת, what the meaning of the word is, but also a lot of these words are used in slang. Okay. So the first example, give me an example of the first meaning of fire.
Well, they have it in slang too. Fire means really good.
All right.
And the burgers are fire. The burgers are really good. Esh. It's the same in Hebrew. The first actual definition though, fire is esh. And not in the sense of good or maybe bad, but the actual
Flames.
flames. Yeah. Combustion. Surifa. Fire.
Okay. And what is the negative word of fire?
So to fire someone is to tell them they're not working at a place anymore. That they can't have, to make someone lose their job.
To dismiss them from the job.
Them, yeah.
מי אמר בעצם, someone had a very famous saying, which is like, you fired. Who coined that, you know?
You're fired.
You fired, yeah.
Donald Trump. The president. The former president.
The former president. So how did he say it?
I'm not sure. I think you just say you're fired. You would point at them. You would
try to get
I'm trying to you're fired. I don't know. I can't do it.
All right, good try.
You're fired. There, that was close, yeah.
I'm trying to get you to do the accent. All right. אז בוא נעבור בעברית על שתי משמעויות. אחד מהם זה אש, אחד מהם זה לפטר. אוקיי? וכמו בעברית אנחנו משתמשים, וואי, איך היה הלילה אתמול? היה אש. איך הייתה המסיבה? המסיבה הייתה אש. You can also use it in a way that fired was fire, and like it was amazing in terms of their way. Right. And we can use it in a way of firing someone, לפטר מישהו. And we're going to give an example. Can you think of any other meaning for fire? No?
No, I can't.
Are you sure?
Fire. To fire. I'm trying to...
To fire is to shoot.
Oh, yeah, fire. Yeah.
You almost had it.
No, but I mean, it's the same word as esh. In the army, they say esh, too, in the practice. I don't know.
Yeah, in English, the fire... And, okay, this is very, because זה משהו מאוד חכם שהעלית פה. In the army, if we're going to say ash, okay, there's firing, right? But in English, the fire has very different meaning. To fire and fire, because to fire is actually like an adjective. It's a verb.
Yeah.
Okay, the fire becomes a verb. All right, קצת הסבר רקע. Can you think of anything else besides to fire?
No.
Come on, dude. I'm trying to get your brain cells to work.
I'm trying. They're overheating.
Squeeze. They're on fire.
They are on fire.
But I know this podcast, I want your brain cells to be on fire.
To be mush.
To be mush. Okay, as then דוגמה, we're going to go to a few quick examples here. We're going to try to make some ground because we are going way too slow today. האש התפשטה במהירות בבניין. Give it to me.
התפשטה. The fire spread quickly through the building.
Perfect. תנסו לתרגם יחד עם ג'וש, חברים. זה התרגיל. החברה החליטה לפטר את העובד.
So the company decided to fire the employee.
Company decided to fire the employee. מעולה. אני מקווה שאתם מצליחים לתרגם. תזכרו את המשפטים. אנחנו נעלה אותם גם בכרטיסיות. ואנחנו ננסה לעבור מהר על עוד כמה מילים, שיהיה לכם קצת משמעויות ועוד כמה משפטים. We'll try to go pretty quickly. Let's do this fast. Tick them off. Flat.
Flat means level or even, an even surface, something that is straight.
Something that is ישר, okay. And give me משהו שהוא שטוח. And what is the second meaning for flat?
British English, Anglo-Saxon or Commonwealth English, they would use this to describe an apartment, a דירה.
Or unit or housing.
Yeah.
How זה, okay, זה יפה הניואנס שאתה אמרת, זה משתמשים בזה ב-UK,
yeah.
or the Commonwealth, Australia, דרום אפריקה,
yeah.
and New Zealand. And איך אתה היית אומר את זה in the States? How would you say a flat in the States?
Apartment.
What is the difference between an apartment and a condo? Dad Josh have been a couple of times בארצות הברית, and I heard them saying condo, והמילה מלאה זה בעצם condominium. Condominium sounds very like, too much for me. מה ההבדל בין condo ואפרטמנט, אני גם רוצה ללמוד משהו חדש, because me is an Anglo-Saxon human being, not an American. I don't know what the condo is. All right, so enlighten us about exactly what is the meaning of a condo, what would be the difference between a condo and an apartment.
It's very simple. An apartment is a place where it's first of all a place where you live that's in a building, right? So it's a building with a few different, what you'd call units, all of which have a bathroom and a kitchen, and you live in there. You're paying rent. You're paying to someone that owns the place.
Mm-hmm.
A condo is an apartment that you own.
Okay, so if I'm a homeowner, if it's my house, I paid for it, I would be outside of a condo.
Well, if it's a house, I don't know if you'd call it a condo.
No, I'm saying if it's an apartment, but I own it, so I would be called it a condo.
Yeah, it's your condo.
Okay, and if it's not, if I'm renting, so I would say it's my apartment.
Yeah.
Okay, it's something which I did not know before, and that's a nice one to know about. So we got two things. One is a שטוח, משהו שהוא flat, we spoke about flat, level, even. זה המילה אחת של flat, והמילה השנייה של flat, במובן האנגלו-סקסי זה דירה.
Yes.
אז אני הולך להגיד שני משפטים, Josh, you can then translate to us, to English. השטח היה שטוח ומושלם לבנייה.
Ooh, that's a good one. The ground was flat and perfect for building.
מעולה. Alright, guys, תנסו לתרגם יחד עם Josh. The second one, היא גרה בדירה קטנה בעיר.
She lives in a small flat in the city.
Perfect. Alright, בוא נלך למילה הבאה. This one is very popular in the UK. I don't know if it's used in America, actually. But this is extremely popular. And this is the word fixture.
That fixture, it's a word, I know this because my dad likes old things. He likes antiques. So he has a lot of light fixtures.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know how I would explain that in Hebrew.
So
Something that, זה משהו שמחזיק את
It's a מתקן. It's an object firmly fixed in a place. And the second meaning would be, and this is in the UK, I don't know if they use it.
This is a British word, yeah. But I guess it means a scheduled sports event.
That's correct. It is.
It's like a function, maybe.
No, it's like just a fixture. You say football fixtures and say that's when the scheduled game is on.
Okay.
What do they call it in America? If you get, they call it a roster, I think, or...
well, the roster is what says, I think...
That's a team.
Who's on the team, yeah. There's like a schedule, we call it.
There's a schedule. What would you say the season, when the season games come out? Let's say
there's a game
of the Lakers. Yeah. But you want to see the season schedule, right? So what do you call the season schedule?
The season schedule.
The season schedule. Okay. So in the UK, they would call an event, they would call it a fixture.
Really?
Okay, the season's fixtures. You have to see it. Okay, זה משהו חדש. אנחנו לומדים קצת אחד מהשני כאן, Josh.
Yeah.
And so for listeners, so ההבדלים בין British, UK, and American English. Okay, אז הפיקסצ'ר, זה שתי משמעויות, זה מתקן. המשמעות השנייה זה אירוע ספורט. I'm going to give you two examples in Hebrew, two sentences. Josh, please try to translate them.
I'll try my best.
With your American English.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. המתקן הותקן בתקרה.
The light fixture was installed in the ceiling.
Okay. משחק הכדורגל הוא אירוע שבועי.
The football match is the fixture of the week. That sounds very strange.
Of the week. No, it's not, because we have the main fixture, and what fixture we're expecting in the UK English, it sounds perfectly fine.
Yeah.
That's how we speak. I know Americans are a little bit weird. They have their own way of talking, but this works. All right. So the next word that we have for today is interest. Okay. Josh, what are the two meanings of the word interest?
So interest is actually the feeling of wanting, the feeling or the desire, the feeling of desire or wanting to know or learn something, right? So when you hear about an event or you hear a new song and you don't know who sings the song, the feeling that you have when you want to know more who sings the song, what happened at the event, is called interest.
Or if you are listening to a podcast and you're interested in learning English, for example.
Yeah, and you decide to contact us.
All right, so that will be a showing of interest. What will be the next meaning of interest, the other meaning of interest?
So interest is actually a charge for borrowing money, right?
All right, it's an expense basically. If you take money, loan money,
But it's
you're gonna pay for the amount of you're gonna pay a charge for it.
but it's not just that. If you have money in the bank, it can gain interest. You can also
You can correct.
get
You can earn interest.
So you can earn interest.
So it's also a charge or or basically an earn.
In Hebrew, you call this rebate.
rebates, not rebate, rebates, rebate. Go back, back up,
Rebate.
rebate.
And rebate באנגלית זה משהו.
No, yeah, something else. All right. Additional one is interest, עניין, לראות עניין במשהו, and the other meaning is rebate. Not rebate, rebates. Rebate. Okay. Let's talk about the two meanings of these words, okay? יש לה עניין עמוק במוזיקה קלאסית.
She has a deep interest in classical music.
הבנק גובה ריבית על הלוואות.
Oh.
גובה.
Govet. Yeah. The bank charges the bank charges interest on loans.
Bank charges interest on loans. All right, perfect. Let's go on to the next one. המילה שלנו עכשיו זה תדדדם order. Okay. There was a nice series called Law and Order. Did you see it?
I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch it. Okay, me neither, but it sounds nice. What is order?
So an order is a hazmana as well as like an order like a hazmana or a pikuda, right? Like something that's like you have to do, right? But it's also a pull. To order someone is to tell them what to do. You have to do it, to command them. Or it also means to order something like lehazmin.
Okay. And we have another meaning for it, which is the arrangement of things, like please stand in order.
Oh, yeah.
Or the order of the seder.
So the seder, yeah. Order is also seder.
אוקיי, אז יש לזה כמה משמעויות. בוא נתרכז בשני המשמעויות העיקריות. אחד זה הוראה, to command someone to do something, to order them to do something. והמשמעות השנייה זה סדר. Okay, let's try to stick with those two. Let's give an example here of what those two mean. המנהל נתן הוראה להתחיל בפרויקט.
The manager gave an order to start the project.
Okay, next example, sorry. הספרים מסודרים בסדר אלפביתי.
Oh, that's a good one. The books are arranged in alphabetical order.
Okay, the books are arranged in alphabetical order. Okay, seder. All right, now let's go to the next word, which is pitch.
Pitch. Okay. So pitch is actually the quality of sound. It's hard to explain, but if you think about sound or like a tzil or a rash, some of it's kind of lower and some of it's a little bit higher in sound. Like
a frequency.
Frequency, yeah. So pitch is how high or how low something is.
As if shall I get, if you have a high-pitched voice, can you give us an example?
You talk like this.
Okay, and if you have a low-pitched voice,
then you talk like this.
Okay, sounds cool. And what would be the other meaning of, so as בעצם בעברית זה גובה צליל, okay, now the frequency. בוא נדבר שנייה על the other meaning.
So there's a few meanings in the other one. It's related to sports. So to pitch is really to throw the ball, specifically in baseball, but it's also the pitch itself is the field where they play.
Do you use it in America? Pitch as a field?
I've heard, I think so. I've heard when I was younger, I grew up with the word baseball field more. So pitch is primarily a verb for litzrok, to throw.
You know that in Anglo-Saxon speech, out of America, pitch is very good. Like a football would be a football pitch.
Yeah.
Okay, so it'd be a field for playing sports. That's sport.
Yeah.
Okay. And also there's another meaning for pitch. Can you think of it? I'm giving you like 3 seconds. I've got it on the board.
Blanking.
Are you not creative today? What's up?
It's been
Tired.
it's been a long day.
It's been a long day. All right, let me try and
Try to think. Yeah, pitch. To pitch. I know what you're thinking. So to pitch something is
There we go.
Yeah. Because we do a lot of pitching, in the office when we have ideas. But when you have an idea and you want to show it, you have to pitch the idea. You have to say basically the small detail or the main details of an idea to get someone to understand it.
מגניב. אנחנו משתמשים בזה גם אם אתה בתוך מה, קוראים לזה elevator pitch.
כן.
אם אתה רוצה למכור פרויקט, או יש לך איזה רעיון, עם השארק טנק, כשמגיעים לכרישים, צריך למכור רעיון מסוים, אז you gotta give you elevator pitch. elevator pitch זה כאילו, תחשבו שאתם במעלית, elevator זה מעלית, אתם נכנסים למעלית עם מישהו, יש לכם את הזמן שלכם לעשות את המכירה, the pitch itself.
30 seconds.
30 seconds, שבבייסבול זה בעצם לזרוק את הכדור, it has a lot of meaning, יש לזה הרבה משמעות באנגלית, כמה צורות. זה היופי בשפה האנגלית, to take a word which is used in one instance, and then all of a sudden it applies to sales, and it can apply to many different things. זה היופי בשפה, that's the beauty of the language. We have two meanings here, גובה צליל ומגרש ספורט. בואו ניתן דוגמה של שתי המשפטים האלה. גובה הצליל של הקול של הזמר היה מושלם.
The pitch of the singer's voice was perfect.
All right.
We could say she was pitch perfect.
Pitch perfect. הם שיחקו כדורגל על המגרש.
They played football on the pitch.
In America you would say on the field.
On the field, yeah.
Okay. אנחנו נעבור למילה הבאה, projects. ג'וש, תגיד לנו איך אפשר לבטא את זה, because actually for the other meaning, you need to, אתה צריך לבטא את המילה הזאת אחרת.
So we have project and project. Right? So a project is a planned event or task that has multiple things that you need to work on and do. And at the end of the project, you have something left over, right? There's a result.
Okay.
To project has two meanings. It's a poel, which means to guess or estimate, to kind of
forecast.
Think about, discuss, talk out loud about what possibly could happen, as well as it means to express the feelings that you may be feeling or someone else may be feeling. Okay. Right? Project feelings.
All right. שתי דוגמאות מהירות, and I want to go to the last word for the day, because we're running out of time. הצוות עובד על פרויקט חדש.
The team is working on a new project.
מעולה. הם צופים עליה במחירות, הם צופים עלייה במחירות בשנה הבאה.
They project a rise in sales next year.
Okay, perfect. All right. Last word for the day today. Josh, it was a pleasure having you on the podcast.
As always.
And the last word is a fun word, and we're going to end this podcast there on a high. תנו לנו קצת פידבק מה חשבתם על הפרק. אנחנו תמיד נשמח לשמוע ממכם. עוד פעם תזכורת, תרשמו לנו בוואטסאפ ב-053501976 או ב-info@שפות-שלי.co.il. מילה אחרונה שלום, ג'וש, rock
and roll. That's my favorite word. Rock, a rock is a solid material, a חומר חזק כזה.
A mineral material that should be from the earth.
Yeah, that can be, that makes up a lot of things. The earth is a rock, technically, I think.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just a piece of material. It's one of the most basic forms of material that we can find in space, I think.
And what is to rock?
To rock means to, first of all, well, it can be like to move back and forth, like gently. Like if you're holding...
לנוע קדימה אחורה, לזוז, כאילו.
Yeah, לזוז back and forth.
But that בעצם נע קדימה ואחורה. You're rocking, like rock a baby rocker. My baby.
Yeah, so to hold the baby and move slowly, because the baby's, you know, needs to move. And the other one is to rock out, like to listen to music and play it very loud and dance really hard.
Okay, and in slang, we use rock so many times.
Yeah.
Drop it. Well, one is...
That rocks.
That rocks.
That rocks.
You rock.
You rock. Yeah.
Podcast rocks.
This podcast.
Our listeners rock.
Yeah. In other parts of America, it can mean something else, though. So we're not going to go down that.
Okay. We're not going to go down that foofy slide.
Yeah.
Okay. So a rock is a להתנדנד. Okay. להתנדנד, לזוז, or סלע.
Yeah.
So let's give the two examples of the sentences of rock. הסירה התנדדה בעדינות במים.
The boat rocked gently in the water.
ההר היה עשוי מסלע מוצק.
The mountain was made of solid rock.
Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you for coming on, Josh. It was a pleasure being here.
Thank you for having me.
See you again soon. And please, guys, leave us feedback, and we'll see you next week. Thank you for listening. You guys rock. Bye-bye.